Okay, welcome. If you're tuning in, you have hit an absolutely massive milestone, week 36 of your pregnancy. This is really it, the final countdown. So let's dive right into this last incredible chapter before you finally get to meet your baby.
Just take a deep breath. You are so close. In just a few short weeks, absolutely everything is going to change in the best way possible. We're here to walk you through exactly what's happening right now for you and for your baby as you navigate this amazing home stretch.
So here's what we've got on tap. First, we're going to take a peek inside the womb and look at your baby's finishing touches. Then we'll talk all about your changing body and how to manage these last few weeks. We'll also run through a super practical pre-birth checklist. And finally, we'll talk about getting your mind and your family ready for the big day.
First things first, let's talk about the star of the show. You might think they're just waiting around in there, but there is so much still happening as your baby gets ready for their grand entrance. I mean, just take a second to look at this. On one side, you've got this incredible image of the brain's wiring. It's like a whole universe forming in there. And on the other, that sweet, totally recognizable face from a 3D ultrasound. They're becoming a real little person, you know? Just getting ready to say hello.
Now here's something really cool, the great eye color mystery. It all comes down to this substance called melanin. See, most fair-skinned babies are actually born with blue or gray eyes because melanin production doesn't really kick into high gear until after they're born and exposed to light. So the eye color you see on day 1, it might be totally different by their first birthday.
Okay, let's talk about one of the most critical things happening right now, the lungs. I love this analogy. Think of them like a tree. The windpipe is the trunk, and it branches out into smaller and smaller twigs, all ending in these tiny little leaves called alveoli. This is where the magic of breathing happens, and right now, those leaves are becoming fully functional, getting all set for that very first breath of air. And speaking of vital organs, get this. Your baby's heart is just racing along at 110 to 160 beats per minute. That's about twice as fast as your own heart is beating right now. It's just this powerful little engine working overtime, getting ready for life on the outside.
All right, let's shift the focus over to you. Your body has done this incredible, amazing job, and now it's in its final lap. And yeah, this can bring some new aches and pains, but don't worry, there are definitely ways to manage them. So does this question sound a little familiar? My feet are so swollen and tight. Is there anything I can do? Oh yeah. Swollen feet and ankles are incredibly common at this stage. It's all thanks to increased blood volume and your body retaining more fluid. But the good news is, yes, there are absolutely things you can do about it.
So how do you fight back against those puffy ankles? It basically comes down to circulation and hydration. First, get those feet up. Whenever you can, elevate your legs to help drain that excess fluid. Second, simple little foot rotations can do wonders for circulation. And third, and I know this sounds totally backwards, drink more water. It actually helps your kidneys flush everything out, which reduces the swelling.
And hey, while you probably don't feel like running a marathon, gentle movement is definitely your friend right now. Swimming is fantastic because the water gives you this wonderful feeling of weightlessness. It supports your belly and gives your joints a much-needed break. The number one rule, though, always listen to your body. Rest when you need to rest.
Just a quick but really important note. For anyone who's scheduled for a C-section, please remember, it's major surgery. Recovery really does take time. The general advice is to avoid driving and any heavy lifting for about 6 weeks. Seriously, don't be afraid to ask for help and accept all the help you can get. You're going to need it. All right, time to get practical. With only a few weeks left, it is go time for finalizing your game plan. Trust me, having things in order can bring such a huge sense of calm when things start happening. And remember, this is a team sport. For all the partners out there, here are some key jobs to tackle. The car seat is an absolute non-negotiable. You literally can't leave the hospital without one, and you have to know how to install it safely. Getting that furniture assembled, and most importantly, making sure you're both on the same page about the birth plan are also really crucial roles.
Now for the famous hospital bag. For mom, the number one word is comfort. We're talking soft pajamas, a cozy dressing gown, nursing bras if you plan to breastfeed, and all your must-have toiletries. And definitely pack some comfy clothes to wear home.
And for your tiny new arrival, you just need the basics. A few soft onesies, a little hat to keep their head warm, and of course plenty of diapers. And don't forget that special going home outfit you've probably had picked out for months. Having this all packed and sitting by the door will be one less thing to worry about when the time comes.
So, the logistics are sorted. The bag is packed. Let's turn to the final and maybe most important piece of the puzzle, getting emotionally and mentally prepared for what's about to happen.
I want to start with a really interesting number, 52%. That's the percentage of women in one study who went into labor thinking they wouldn't need pain relief, but ended up using it. So what does that number tell us?
Well, it tells us that it's just really smart to be informed and stay flexible. Research suggests that, hey, a lot of us might underestimate the pain of labor. The big takeaway here is this: know your options. Having a birth plan is awesome, but being open to changing that plan is even better.
One really powerful tool for your mental toolkit is visualization. I just love this imagery. Instead of fighting contractions, try to picture them as waves. You and your baby are just riding those waves together, swimming with the tide, and each wave brings you closer to shore. It's such a beautiful way to reframe the entire experience. You might also find yourself just really wanting to stay home more. That's that famous nesting instinct kicking in, and it is completely 100% normal, so embrace it. But at the same time, maybe try to pencil in a few low-key dates with friends or your partner. It's all about finding that balance between resting up and staying connected.
And just like that, here you are on the home stretch. All the preparation, all the waiting, all the anticipation, it has all led to this final chapter. You are so incredibly close now.
You've prepared your home, you've packed your bag, and you've prepped your mind. So as we finish up, let's just leave the checklists and the worries behind for a minute. You've done the work. Now, think about the prize at the end. What is that one thing, that one tiny moment, that first cuddle, that newborn smell, that you are most excited about when you finally get to meet your baby? Hold on to that feeling. The best part is just about to begin.